Good morning, my friends. It's Monday. Hooray. And I got a little bit of a late start today. I'm not starting until 10 a.m. Mountain Time. I'm here in New Mexico. And my name is Sabrina. Welcome to my channel. This is Tree of Life Inner Guidance. I did do a short little video talking about me and the channel, if you have a chance to watch that. But I'm just happy you're here watching this video. So a little bit about me and the channel. I have a degree in wellness counseling and nutrition, and I have every certification fitness-wise known to mankind. I'm mainly a Pilates instructor and personal trainer, but that's not what this channel is about. So if you're not into fitness, don't run away. So I put this channel on YouTube. I've been doing these talks since last November 2024, and we all know what happened in November of 2024, but we're not going to bring that up. So I started doing these talks twofold because I really wanted to do something to calm my friends down. And I did them on Facebook because I didn't know how to operate YouTube yet. So it's all still a process. So bear with me. And the second reason I did the talk is because I felt like, I'm around people all the time and I'm always teaching, always educating, but I felt like I wasn't doing enough to help people that were not in my general arena of fitness. So that's why I started doing these little talks, and I called it the dose of hope. Then it went to the dose of hope. And now we're back to the dose of hope. So here we are on this Monday morning. Cheers. I'm having a little coffee. I love coffee. So what I'm going to talk about this morning is I talked about this a little bit earlier in one of my other broadcasts. I don't know if it was on YouTube or not, but one of my pet peeves is cancellations. And some Monday mornings, I'll roll over, look at my phone because my alarm clock's on my phone. And when I see like 8 text messages, I know the day is going to be crazy. So I didn't have those 8 text messages today, even though I had time to deal with them. They come when I start at like 6 or 7 a.m. Anyway, I find that I get myself all in a fuss. Any of you out there listening to me have some silly, stupid things that kind of compound, and they're silly and they're stupid and they're part of your life, the way, you run a business. And then you get yourself all in a fuss. And then you fuss and you fuss and you fuss and you fuss. And, 2-3 hours go by and you're still in a fuss, and you've discovered that everything is okay and it all works out. And it does always work out. So that's what I want you to think about this morning, on this Monday morning for me here. It's almost 10 a.m. Is that most things do work out. Boy, my voice is pretty bad in the morning. Sorry about that. That's what happens when you've been teaching for 40 years. Anyway, I wanted to share that little ditty that most of the stuff that we fuss around about doesn't even occur. And as I was thinking about what the other things I was going to talk about this morning is a little situation that happened over the summer last year, I was reminded of. And there's this lovely woman, and her son was getting married. And there's a little bit of an edge between, the daughter-in-law and the mother-in-law, which that kind of happens because, the daughter-in-law, it's her wedding, even though, the son is marrying the daughter-in-law. But anyway, things would happen. And, the mother-in-law to be was getting very upset because the daughter-in-law either wouldn't tell her things or would tell her one thing and then would change it, and she didn't know. And the mother-in-law was just genuinely trying to help, like, every mother-in-law is. I've been married once. My mother-in-law was wonderful. And he was okay too, but we moved on from that. But at any rate, so she would tell me the stories. The daughter-in-law would say this, and then she would do blah, 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 blah. And I said, listen to me. I said, you're not going to change what this young woman is going to do. It is her wedding. I know you're the mother-in-law. You want to help. But every time she tells you something, instead of, gasping and going on and on, just say, Oh, wow. So, and I would say, repeat after me. What are you going to say when she says X, Y, and Z? And this person, I'm not going to give her name. She just repeated after me. She said, oh, wow. So today on this Monday, because Mondays can be nuts. If you work in a Monday through Friday office type setting, um, it can be crazy on Mondays because it's almost not even worth not being there on the weekend because so much stuff happens over the weekend. By Monday morning, you're out of your mind trying to catch up. So today, when crazy things happened, now let me just give a little side note here. When crazy things happened, instead of being reactive, so I'm giving this talk a little bit for me too on Monday mornings, any morning for that matter. So try not to be reactive. This is kind of my goal. I'm way better than I was, say, 20 years ago when I first opened my business, 21 years ago now. Um, I'm way better, but it's a work in progress and you have to practice. It's not perfection, it's practice. So instead of spinning your wheels and getting all crazy, and if one of your coworkers says to you something or another, instead of blowing your stack, which is probably what you want to do sometimes on a Monday, and certain coworkers and situations, just look at them and say, oh, wow, and then walk away. It's almost kind of only different, like Mel Robbins when she says, let them. So you have to have some sort of remark while you're going to let them do their thing, no matter how dumb you think it is. Because often our superiors are, are, I can't even talk this morning. Often our superiors are our inferiors. That just kind of works out that way, especially when you've been in a business for 40 years like I have been. And, everybody up and coming is, 30 and knows everything. I thought when I was 30 and 40 that I knew everything. And then all of a sudden I hit 50. I'm like, oh my God, you're stupid. How did you not know these things? So it's very interesting. But anyway, your mission, I am fresh out of the shower today. So sorry about that. Glowing. So when somebody does something crazy at work, and you get really frustrated with them, instead of just charging in and saying, blah, 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 just say, try it all day. If you have to, say, oh, wow. And then just walk away, and then you can collect yourself long enough to not be reactive to the situation, so you can think things through and then turn around and be proactive, which is my goal is to skip that reactive stage. And as I've mentioned before, I am a fire sign, and I'm a very hot-headed fire sign. I do have a whole bunch of planets in Capricorn, which ground me, but Sagittarius takes over. And the first thing out of our mouth is we want to say, what in the hell are you doing that for? But don't do that. Say, oh, wow, and leave it be until you can collect yourself. Okay. So this is my Monday mojo for you. And hopefully that will be helpful to you as you go out through your Monday day or any day. And of course, I drew a few cards just to emphasize. And when I pull the cards out, it's so much fun because they always echo what I want to talk about. And I don't plan these talks. I have something in my head and I'm like, oh, we got to talk about that. And then ta-da, here I am. So let me show you what I pulled on this Monday morning here. So these are, I love this woman, Gabby Bernstein, and these are Oracle cards. It's just a card deck, and this is called the Super Attractor. So I just took 2 cards from there, and they're perfect. All right, so I'm gonna hold this up here, and I'm gonna try and read it backwards. When I make joy a priority, brilliant ideas will come naturally. Support surrounds me, and movements will form. Okay, so If you come into work on a Monday morning like Eeyore, I guarantee you're not going to feel good and you're not going to make anybody else feel good around you. Now, this is all easy for me to say because I'm Tigger on crack. So the other card I drew from this deck is I release time and let the universe show me what to do. Okay. So this is perfect when you have a situation where you do want to react instead of be proactive. So if you can just step back and say, oh, wow, and just let everything sit, and the other person is probably waiting for your reaction. And if you don't have one, they won't know what to do. So this gives you enough time to go collect yourself instead of blowing your stack and doing something stupid. So the other deck I pulled some oracle cards from. I love this deck. Soul Coaching Oracle. So fun times. So I pulled the energy card. Now it looks like she's either at sunset. I'm a sundown person. I am not a get up at the sunrise person. Okay, so she looks like she is just gloriously saying it's been a wonderful day. Or for you morning people, let's start the day off right and check your energy. Okay. Next card that goes right along with that. Aren't these beautiful cards? Okay, enthusiasm. Now, I most days don't have any problem with enthusiasm, but I know not everybody is as delighted as I am to exist. But try to find your energy, get your vibe high, find some enthusiasm, think of some things that make you feel good and that are working for you as you face the day, any day, especially Monday. And then the last card is faith. So have some faith that it's all going to work out. And it usually does. And all the things that we spin our wheels about and go on about and whine and complain, okay, I'm here practicing that right along with you because I am not perfect at this. And, you know, perfection is an illusion anyway. So, my friends, thank you for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed this little chat. I hope to be back sometime tomorrow, not in the morning. I have a busy day. My truck is getting fixed tomorrow, so that's number one priority. But anyway, if you like this video, please subscribe. I'm new on YouTube. I'm not new to giving these chats. I'd appreciate it. Give me a thumbs up. Tell your friends, share it. And, you know, we'll see how this whole channel morphs. It's kind of exciting. So anyway, thank you. Have a great Monday. Have a great every day. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.